Hi folks, if you're a subscriber to my channel or a regular viewer, you might remember my first ever case mod project from a couple of years ago, which was Project Old Faithful. And in that, what I did was just take a budget plain grey case and turn it into something a little bit more exciting. We went for a black and white colour scheme, and we went for purple LED fans and purple lighting in the case. That case went to my eldest daughter, and she's been using that quite happily for a couple of years. But the fans, or the LEDs in the fans rather, are looking a little bit tired. They're certainly not as good as they were, and I never really finished the lighting, to be honest. It never really had the effect that we wanted. So we're going to be doing some work on that. My daughter said she'd actually prefer the lighting to be white rather than purple, so I've been working on a few things. The front fan is going to be replaced with this Revoltech, which is a white LED fan. This was an eBay bargain, and it's a cracking fan actually. Pretty quiet, makes very little noise. We can run that on the full 12 volts without worrying at all, and that should light up the case very, very nicely. I've got two Acaster 80mm. There are two 80mm fans on the case which are exhausting out the back, and my idea was just to swap out the LEDs in these for white. I couldn't actually get hold of white LED fans. Well, I could have done, but I wasn't prepared to pay the money they were asking, so my thought was just to swap some LEDs out, which I've done before. This is a rainbow fan, so this has got red, yellow, green and blue I think, and this is just a blue LED. Although my daughter has since said she actually likes the LEDs that are in them, so we might end up leaving those as they are. And then we have these lighting strips. If you can see those, a kind of bubble effect. Now again, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you may recognise these. These were the bubble lights from one of my older cases, my old silver case, which I used to house my main PC for a while. These were kind of on the front bezel, about that kind of distance apart. I don't know if you can see that on there. Yeah, about that kind of distance apart. And they were lit up blue. And when I took the case apart and used some of it for the gaming case mod project, I thought I'd keep these because I thought they'd be quite good. And I realised the light was provided just by LEDs shining down these, you know, these transparent tubes. So all I did was just swap out the blue ones that were in and put in white ones. I've given it a little bit more cabling so that we can at least, you know, spread them out, and that should give me some options for mounting them in a case. Just powered easily off the Molex, and actually off the 5-volt supply. So good to make use of those, and everything kind of looks really good when it's lit up. And what I might be able to do is perhaps just connect up a power supply and be able to see what all this looks like. Okay, I've taken the camera off the stand now, so it'll be a little bit easy for you to see what's going on. So here we are. This is everything in operation. So we've got our blue Acaster, our rainbow Acaster, the white Revoltech, looks a little bit blue in this light. I think it's because of that blue LED fan. And then our white strip lights here. And I'm just going to turn the main lighting off in here. There we go. Now those strip lights do actually kick out a fair bit of light. Quite impressed with those. And I quite like the smoked effect on that Revoltech. And then we have the two other fans here. So we may yet swap these out for white. Don't know. My daughter might want me to leave them as they are. But what we'll certainly do, I think, is provide plenty of light in the case, which we haven't had before. As you can see a fair few things in here just by the LEDs in those fans and those strip lights. So that should be quite effective. What I'll do is at some point I will get all this in the case, and then I'll probably do an update video on Project Old Faithful and see what it looks like with its new lighting installed. But in the meantime, I'm afraid you're just going to have to wait, and I shall leave you with this wonderful picture.